This is Lockdown 88. Do me a favor, y'all, and hit that like button. We finna get right to it. We're going to call this guy John Coffey. I know y'all seen the title. This guy was a very, very notorious booty bandit, and justice was served on him. I don't knock a man on how he programmed. You got guys that program by working out. You got guys like me staying out the way and only talk to a select few people. You got guys that like to extort people. You got guys that like other men and indulge in them type of activities. I can't knock a man for how they program, okay? John Coffey, again, was a notorious booty bandit. He was so on it, like every Tuesday, we'd get fresh new inmates that'd come in. He would be right there at that gate where when the bus pull up and we on the yard, he'd be right there at that gate, sizing everybody up, picking and choosing who his next victim is going to be. You see, John Coffey, he wasn't the type that wined and dined. He was like Fleece Johnson. Y'all remember Fleece Johnson? I'm going to show y'all a little clip about Fleece Johnson, and then we're going to get right back to this.
They gonna have each of somebody's gonna have to give us some booty, and it's just that simple.
The most memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary. And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt. It was more, I'm serious. It was more booty, having some booty.
I want to give a special shout out to Lisa and Eva. Y'all, thank y'all for blessing the Cashapp.
Was more important than drinking water, man. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, you come here. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours, right? And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old timers.
Yeah, that's Fleece Johnson. John Coffey, he was like a lion, stalking his prey from the get-go. And you know who was on the menu? And I know it might seem like I keep going at the Pacific group, but it's just the truth. Especially in Alabama. He liked it, the young white boys. It was just his preference. So he'll be there at the gate, eyeballing. You know, like when Jeepers Creepers was on the bus and he was looking at everybody, and he'd turn and move out the way. Then the next person will come up and he'd tell him to get out the way, and then he'd let you know that who he wanted. That's what John Coffey was doing. So he eyed this guy. This was a guy, we're going to call him Billy. Billy was about 18 years old, but Billy was off his rocker, if you know what I mean. Billy had mental illness to the max. Billy should have not been locked up. Billy should have been in a mental ward. Billy was crazy. So, I guess John Coffey said, that's who I got. That's me. He took a real interest into Billy. Billy looked like the Home Alone kid. What's his name? Macaulay Culkin. That's his name? Yeah, that's his name. That's him. He took a real special interest into Billy. To the point where he went to other bandits and was like, yo, that's me. Don't nobody mess with him. That's me. Yeah, they were serious about their business. Some of them bandits will group up together and discuss like they the Legion of Doom. Like they the booty bandits of doom. Right? Like the round table of booty bandits. Politicking. So he was so serious about Billy that he told everybody, yo, don't touch him. Leave him alone. That's me, or it's going to be problems. I think John Coffey was falling in love. Hit that like button. So, as true fashion form, how he does what he do, he stepped to him. And he told him, like, hey, I like you. And I want you. And we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. Billy looked up at him and was like, however you want to do it. So I guess that was the in John Coffey mind. He thinking, oh, I guess it's the easy way. Right? I don't know exactly what John Coffey said to him, because he got the whisper in his ear and Billy got the smiling, but he was turning red also. So I'm looking like, ew, is he blushing? Is John, what is he saying to him to make this dude blush like that? Okay. Later on that day, we in the lunchroom. It was Burger and Friday. Everybody know when it's Burger and Friday, that's like when you locked up, there are special times and special moments that you cherish. Food is like one of the number one things that is a gift and a blessing. And when you used to eat and slop and thick bologna sandwiches, when you get burgers and fries, that's a blessing. When you locked up, man, it's a lot of things that we take for granted out here in the real world. It's a lot of things. But let's get back to the story. So we in the chow hall, eating burgers and fries. You know, everybody doing what they do, talking the way they talk. The way this set up in here, you got the bandit sit over there. The blood sit right there. The Crip sit over there towards the entrance. The whites sit towards the back, towards the middle right here. The neutrons, which I was, sit like kind of dead smack in the middle. The others, which is like Chinese people, Hawaiian people, Indian people, them type of people, they sit over there. Now, these tables are, y'all gotta forgive me, strategically, that's the word. These tables are strategically set up a certain way. Now, the people, everybody kind of, like the gang members in certain organizations, they tables was lined up kind of against the wall, so people will have their backs against the wall, and then the people that sitting in front of them will get the alert like it's something about to go down. Now, where I was sitting at, it was open season because we was like on a 360 clock of I couldn't see. I only could see what's going on in front of me and on the side, but I could not see what's going on in the back of me. So somebody could have came up behind me and did me dirty, right? Or anybody sitting at the neutron table. But we neutrals. We ain't got no issues or problems with people up in here, you know. But that's how the seating arrangement was, you know. And yeah, every time I went in there to eat, my anxiety was high. Because you just never know. You never know what's going on in another man's head, right? Well, let's get back to it. So, Billy comes in, and here go John Coffey right behind him. I'm talking about, he was like a little schoolgirl that walked right up behind him, and cut the line and got behind, you know. No, it's a picture. I'll picture. I'm sorry, y'all, for laughing, but there's a picture that I'm thinking about in my head. I see like just picture John Coffey with a red nose and a reindeer thing, and he prancing around like that. That's the vision I see. So he get behind him, and he like, hey, I got a seat for you over here, and this and that. So he flirting with him, messing with him, and this and that. So he tells him, come over here, sit with me. There's no other seats available. So he tell him to sit on his lap. And Billy look at him like, I'm not doing that. And he like, man, come on, man. Just go sit on my lap. Number one, we're in a chow hall. Don't nobody want to see that. Number two, that's against the rules. And the guards would have said something to him, but I don't know what John Coffey was on. But he was like a thirsty, y'all remember on the cartoons, that wolf that on the Looney Tunes that were like, oh, then he had the hearts and stuff. Well, he just thirsty. So Billy ended up sitting over here. He sit, let me see. He didn't sit with them, but he sat like in his own chair behind them, if that make any sense. It was like a regular desk seat, something like that. That was sitting right there. So he sat right there. Started eating his food. Right after that, we all went to the yard. I don't know exactly what was going on between them two. I didn't really care. The only reason why I know that the details about this story is because dude, y'all gotta forgive me. It's early in the morning. It's 6:21 a.m. in the morning. But dude, my alarm about to go off too, I think. Yes, but I'm gonna have to wrap this up, y'all. Dude, John Coffey stayed 2 cells down from me, so I could hear things. You know, when you got when you got people living next door to you, you tend to be in people's business because they run in their mouth and they talk a lot, so you can hear things. So later on that day, Billy ended up getting moved to his cell. Now, there's a big part that I forgot to mention to y'all. When Billy came in, a part of John Coffey package, he went to the whites and told them, like, look, that's me right there. I want him. That's mine. And in this place, the whites stick with the whites, the blacks stick with the blacks, the Mexicans stick with the Mexicans, the gang members, they do their thing, and so on and so forth. I don't know what he gave the whites to, bag off. I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure the whites probably even stepped to Billy, and I don't know, they maybe stepped to him and told him like, yo, we here to protect you. I know they have to say something to him, and I guess he probably said he good, or I don't know. I don't really know, but I can only imagine that's what happened, that the whites stepped to him and offer him protection or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I just want to throw that in there because people, your race usually look out for you, but I'm pretty sure John Coffey struck a deal or something with them. But anyway, let's get back to it. So he ended up being in his cell, and I'm going to say for maybe 2 days, they was in there playing games, if you know what I mean. The third day, this one I know it got crazy. This is what this title is all about. The third day. Now, I didn't see this. I only heard it. Okay? Third day, I really can't. I'm trying to see how can I word this without getting in trouble. The third day, the third night, I should say. John Coffey asks Billy to lick his lollipop. We'll say that he told him to lick his lollipop, right? I guess this is where the mental state come in. When he went to do that, I guess Billy had a flashback of being violated by his uncle. And we'll get to how I know about this guy's psychological issues later, because I got a hold of his file. Well, we'll talk about that later. He had a flashback of being violated by his uncle. His uncle used to violate him when he was a child in the most gruesome, nastiest way. He had a flashback. Now, kids, leave the room. It's about to get dark real fast. He told him, lick the lollipop. As he doing that, he has a flashback. I'm going to tell y'all this. He bit down and wouldn't let go. He bit down and wouldn't let go. All you hear is, screaming, hollering. Screaming. I'm talking about screaming. When he bit down and wouldn't let go, I can only imagine what was going on in that cell. He went 8 bananas, screaming, hollering, trying to punch him up. Dude wouldn't let go. Billy would not let go. He wouldn't let go at all. He wouldn't let him go. No matter how hard he was hitting on him to get him off of him, it didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. It got to the point now, for the men out there, I've been hit one time. When I was 16, my girlfriend, me and her was wrestling, and she kneed me. Like, boom! I said, oh. When I say that was the most extreme pain that I ever felt in my whole entire existence of living to be 16 years old, I fell to the ground. It was in a fetal position with my thumb in my mouth, just thinking, Lord, just take me down. I don't want to be here no more on this earth. Please. Now, I can't only imagine how John Coffey felt to have his thing basically about to be chewed off, ripped off. It came off. There was no, it's supposed to be 2 guards. There was no guards in the pod with us. Where's the guards at? Where is the guards? Oh boy. So hearing that screaming, hollering, and eventually he passes out from blood loss. Because yes, Billy ripped it off, chewed it off, ripped this man's genital area off. John Coffey bled out. I will paint the scene of what I can only imagine. I can only hear. I couldn't see. But I can only imagine things squirting everywhere. That's gruesome. Gruesome. Y'all hit that like button. This I would say this is the end of the story, but it's not. It's not even the end. I actually can go on for maybe another 20 more minutes, but I got to get the kids ready for school. It's already time for them to get ready, and I know that they supposed to bend up, but here I go giving y'all these videos. I mean, at least y'all can do is hit that like button and share this video. Come on, y'all, hit that like button. So, you hear him saying, help, help. And then his voice getting more faint and faint and faint. So, at this point, you know, usually people, if we hear assault going down, sometimes we'll make noise and call for the guards. If a bandit is violating somebody that don't want to be violated, we'll all get on the door and start hollering and screaming and trying to cause a distraction so that way, you know, the guards will come and help that person. But nobody felt sorry for John Coffey. He got what he deserved. So, yo, you see how I got the headphones on? I put my headphones on and I'm laying down. And I'm like, well, justice served. That's what he get. Hey, and like I said, I can't be mad at how somebody carry themselves or how they program. That's what he does. The Bible says that the wages of sin is death, right? And if you want to indulge in certain behaviors, then hey, it is what it is. I mean, God spares off. God spare us all because we sin daily. And his grace and mercy save us, right? But I guess grace and mercy, time ran out on John Coffey. Because he wanted to put himself on individuals. Like a man should not do with another man, if you get what I mean. And he had to pay he paid the ultimate price. He eventually bled out. And he became unalive. When the guards came and did count, all you heard was, cold blue, get back, cuff up. Billy cuffed up, they took him out of there. It was rumored that John Coffey genital was out there on the tier. Shriveled up worm. Hey, y'all, I gotta go get the kids ready. Y'all hit that like button. I'm out. Oh, yeah.